Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Alt Kings podcast. I'm your host, Tate, with my co-host, Corbin, and today we have a very, very special guest. With us today is, nonetheless, Crypto Mason.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you, once again.
Thank you for having me, man.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, me and Crypto Mason, we actually met down in Miami for NFT Miami week, and it was a blast to meet him on the yacht. It was a great yacht party and then after party as well.
Yes, I saw you with the XRP hat on, and I had to come up to you. You were just repping. I thought you were there for Bitcoin Miami. Did you go to that?
No, I did not. No, I just went down for the Presidential Ape event, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. You might have got jumped wearing the XRP hat in the Bitcoin conference, but
next crypto event that's down in Miami, Orlando area, I am definitely wearing this XRP hat, regardless.
Do it.
Regardless.
I need to pick up one too.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got the Hangry Barboons one on right now.
Hey, gotta rep the homie, you know?
Yeah, of course.
You know?
All right, Mason. So if you just want to give us a brief overview of yourself for like our community watching, majority of them probably know who you are, but some might not. If you just want to give us the rundown.
All right, so I am Mason, also known as Crypto Mason or NFT Mason on my NFT channel. Basically, I got into crypto in 2016. I found Bitcoin because of like my spiritual / philosophy interests. And I saw that the people were finally making their own coin, or making their own currency. And I found that really interesting. And then my dad actually told me about Ripple, and he's like, yo, this is like the banksters. Like they're entering here. Like they're trying to change stuff up here. So, and he thought it was like the only one that's actually doing something. Like they were the only one trying to solve a real problem. So he told me about that. And then I looked into XRP, and then that spiraled into like a ton of research about altcoins. And then content creation, I started like a year and a half ago. Also, my dad, I'm giving him 50% of all of my XRP earnings in the end, because he was the one who put me onto it.
That's major.
That's incredible.
That's major.
Yeah.
That will be major, yeah.
Considering we know where XRP is going in the end, that's going to be major.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's a little bit about me. I started content creation a year and a half ago. Actually started with like the spiritual stuff and then pivoted to crypto. And now I'm here on YouTube, Twitter, all that.
Yeah, you're continuing to grow day by day, and it's just amazing to watch how much and where you've came from, because I started watching you around about like honestly like 30K, 40K subs, and I've just been there since then, and it's just been honestly a pleasure just to see how far you've came, man.
Appreciate that.
So this is one question that's kind of off topic, but what did you want to be when you were growing up?
I wanted to actually be an astronaut. That's like kind of classic.
And you still are.
Now we are astronauts.
Exactly.
Waiting to go to the moon, you know?
We are still going to the moon someday.
Yeah. So, and I knew like I wasn't going to do that in the back of my head while I was thinking that. It was just kind of like nothing at all fit me. I knew I wanted to start a business, and actually like work for myself. I never felt like a worker. I felt like a boss, or like a marketer versus a consumer, a shepherd versus a sheep, all of that, those comparisons. So when I was growing up, it was astronaut, and then it was nothing. After I realized astronaut was not possible, it was nothing, and then it was business right after.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's great. So when and what made you decide to invest into crypto in the first place?
It was, I saw the people making lots of money. That was the first thing. I thought it was a good opportunity to make money.
What year? What year was it when you found out about crypto?
I knew about Bitcoin in 2016, but I did not have any money in crypto until 2017, like the beginning of 2017.
Okay.
And I was 17 years old in 2017, so I could not make an exchange account. And me and my dad had to go to a Bitcoin ATM and we actually put our first money in through that.
Wow.
But what made me decide to invest, it was mainly the money, and just like, this is like, I saw it right away as a new like internet movement, like a new .com bubble type of thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was the main reason I got in, is I need to capitalize. Like, these opportunities come around every like 7 years or 10 years. I had to get in.
It's not the internet of information like the .com bubble was. It's the internet of value.
True.
Nonetheless.
Yeah. Building all these digital highways for our financial system.
Yes. Yeah. ISO 20022 is paving the way. Slowly but surely.
The hand rub, though. We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on like the current state of the market?
It's pretty bad, dude. It is pretty bad. Like, it feels, I mean, I have no confidence in Bitcoin in the short term whatsoever. Like, I think maybe it ends up at 100K plus, but we couldn't even do that in 2021. Like, everybody was thinking, even I was like, yo, this thing is going to go to 100K in 2021. And we got to 69,000. Like, how pathetic is that, actually? You know, like, Bitcoin has no strength.
Yeah, there's no strength. It's just all FUD, more or less. I mean, there's no utility behind Bitcoin, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Store of value.
Digital gold is what they want to call it. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, store of value and digital gold only gets you so far, man.
Exactly.
Like, okay, they can, let's say Bitcoin goes to 17 trillion market cap. Yeah. Like, that's the market cap of gold. I just made a video today about how Ripple is coming for 120 trillion in cross-border payments.
Dude, that video was wild. I was watching and I was like,
it gives you the chills. It literally gives you the chills thinking about that stuff. 120 trillion is out of this world considering the current state of the market. Like, what are we right now? About
1.8.
Yeah, 1.8, 2
We've
trillion.
been hung up on it forever.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's literally insane. Nobody can really wrap their heads around that big of a number yet. And
they can, sorry for cutting you off. They can have the digital gold thing.
Yeah.
They can have that completely.
Yeah.
Like, Bitcoin can literally have that 17 trillion. Okay. We've got like all of this other stuff to deal with, cross-border payments, you know, all the Nostro, Vostro, that whole thing is not dealt with by Bitcoin whatsoever. So they can have that digital gold title.
Yeah, they can have it and then keep it.
Yep.
So who was like the main inspiration for you to be like a content creator / influencer in the crypto space? Like, who'd you watch the most back in 2017?
Well, in 2017, I wasn't watching that many people.
Sure.
It was mainly like when I came back, like I slept through 2018, meaning like I was not paying attention at all after the big crash happened. So when I came back, I was watching like BitBoy. I was watching Bearable Bull.
Yeah, the OGs. The OGs.
All the OGs, bro. Like, so the main inspirations are like Bearable Bull, Digital Asset Investor, Crypto Airy, BitBoy. BitBoy just from like a strictly like content creator vibe.
Gotcha.
Like, dude is just a monster at putting out content.
Yep.
Yeah.
And running these numbers up. So like, those are some of the ones that inspired me at the start. King Solomon too.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a gem for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started personally out with BitBoy Crypto, the Bearable Bull, and once I found out about the Bearable Bull, he really just blew my mind with XRP.
Yeah.
And then because at first I was really just looking into like Bitcoin and stuff, kind of around the same time you were, but I never was like curious to like invest in it. I was just like, whoa, this is a new space. This is something different. We've never really seen anything like this. And then obviously found out about XRP, and then I went down the loophole and never looked back.
You're down the rabbit hole, Neo.
And then after that, I moved to Florida. It was like 2020. Yeah, end of 20, like summer 2020, I moved to Florida, and I met good old Corbin at Target, and put him on crypto. And he's a very smart guy. I'm gonna say he's genius. He's able to soak up information like I've never seen before. And he got into crypto, and it was just the craziest thing ever. Cause
my last brain cell's really working hard on that.
I told him about XRP, and he came back the next day knowing more information than I knew about XRP.
Wow.
Yes, it was insane.
One of those type that's super. It's a super good type to be for crypto.
Yes.
Like you're gonna win with that mindset.
Yeah. And then because you just start seeing all the connections, and like you feel like the guy from Always Sunny with like the board in the background. He's like, look at all these. Just like anytime I want to talk to people about it, I'm like,
yeah, because anytime you talk to just a normal person, they have no clue really what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and you have to like, you go ahead.
And dude, you look, if you know like just a little bit about crypto, you look like a genius.
Yeah.
And then the person who knows a little bit more than that person also looks like a genius to the previous person.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
I was just at in Banff, Canada, Calgary or Alberta for a NFT conference, and there was a lot of like elite business people who know nothing about crypto. And if you just talk to them a little bit, like their mind gets blown instantly. So just us having this knowledge of crypto so early, like you can go around and just blow people's minds.
Yes.
Yeah.
How was that? Banff?
It was good. It was good. It was a smaller conference. I did 2 panels there. One was with a guy from NDAX, which is a Canadian exchange. And then the other was with Meg BZK, who's a fellow TikTok influencer. And she killed it. The NDAX guy killed it. What was funny, a little funny story from that, the NDAX guy had his compliance officer with him. So this dude is getting asked all these controversial questions, and he can't say anything because his compliance officer's sitting there.
Wow.
I can say things.
Yes, of course.
Nobody's stopping me. So I'm just going off the rails talking about CBDCs and all this cash disappearing agenda and all that, right? And he's just sitting there like, wow, like he's like making sure none of this is coming from him. It was pretty funny. But yeah, the conference was great down there.
The scenery looked amazing. Yeah. How just that's a hotel, right? It was just in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, it's like a castle in the forest.
Yeah, that's
Banff Springs Hotel. Yeah, Fairmont.
Incredible. That is incredible.
Mason, what is your favorite productivity hack for entrepreneurs?
Oh, that's a good question. Favorite productivity hack for entrepreneurs?
Yes.
Damn. Do it all in the morning and don't eat anything. Like, don't eat until it's all done.
Okay.
Like you can use it's a basic reward system. This is what I've been using like for the past year here, is I don't eat until that main task is done.
Fasting in the AM.
Yeah, it's essentially intermittent fasting, but it's almost a reward-based system where you're like, okay, also you have more energy when you don't eat, surprisingly, because as soon as you do eat, your digestion starts working and you're burning all this stuff. Like it's actually like using your energy. So I would say get all the important stuff done right in the morning. If you can wake up early, do it and get it all done before anybody even gets out of their bed. So that's what I'd say.
That's genius.
That is genius.
I never would have thought about something like that.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people say like breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and like it starts your day, gets you going, gives you all that energy. But
yeah.
I never would have thought of it like how you just said.
I mean, look at the words.
Yeah.
Breakfast is break fast. You're breaking your fast, right?
Wow.
With breakfast. So
I
could go on for a while about that, but that would be my hack, is just use it as a reward. Like until I get this done, then I get this amazing food or this breakfast that I want.
That's incredible. That is amazing.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're always promoting the Gold Squad. Tell us about who the squad is.
Who the squad is? The squad is anybody who wants to become part of the squad.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, and it's when you're doing content creation, it's important to like call your audience like something. Like a lot of people say like crypto family or these general names, but I wanted to make up like an identity that you can like, you know, like imagine it as golden armor that you can like step into if you want to. If you want to, let's go. You're in Gold Squad, right? So you can just represent this thing, and it's so it's anybody who watches my videos. It is my community. We're all equal. There's no like leader. I'm not the leader of it. It's everybody is equal in it.
It's unity.
Yes.
That's great. That is great. Well, so what, like, what are like the majority of people in it? How like-minded are they? Like, obviously crypto, I'm assuming, but is there anything else besides crypto?
Yeah, so they're like-minded in terms of we all want to make money with crypto. But this whole aspect of like transformation, going from lead to gold, like looking for gold in every single aspect of our lives, I think people resonate with that because that's what they're trying to do. Yeah. They're trying their hardest to actually like find the gold in everything in their life. So there's like, if you visualized it, there'd be like levels of people who are like resonating with each other on certain things. Like some people don't resonate with like the whole lead to gold thing at all. They just resonate with the crypto part. So there's levels to it.
Makes sense. Sure. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So currently, what are your top 5 cryptos that you're watching heavily on your radar?
Top 5 cryptos. It's got to be, I mean, I'm always watching Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course. Sure. That's like a necessity.
Those are the main movers. They move the markets more or less.
Yeah, you're right. But I wouldn't count those in this. I'm going to say Algorand is one that's like massive. We just had some massive news today, right? With the Flare and the Algorand and the Bitcoin partnership, basically, right? Bitcoin being added as an F asset.
Bombshells.
Yeah.
And so Algorand, I'm definitely watching Algorand. And then Stellar as well. I think Stellar's like super undervalued.
Yep.
Of course, I'm watching XRP all the time, every day. Not doing too hot recently, but I mean, I'm watching it. And then what else do we have? XDC.
I was really hoping you'd say that one.
Yes.
That's great. That's a very low cap coin that is very, very underestimated nowadays.
For sure.
True. And then I'd have to say, there's two. It's Quant and HBAR.
Yep. That's basically everything we talk about.
It's literally our whole sign in the background here.
It's the alt kings, you know?
Yeah. Awesome.
And those coins are the kings of the alts.
Exactly.
You know, like, so that's 6 though. So I broke the thing.
It's all right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So those are the 6 I'm watching. I have long-term bags of all of those. And I think they will just perform the best when we do reach this like whole ISO 20022 implementation. Yep. When we reach all of that, these will perform. And that's when you get like a utility type bull run where people realize that the real problem here is like the payments system. Yeah. Like Ripple says the killer app, that's Chris Larson's words, the killer app is going to be payments. So those are the 6 I would say there.
Yeah, I mean 3 of them, I mean actually 4 of them aren't even listed on the biggest exchange in the United States. Algo, XTC, HBAR, and XRP. And that says a lot. That says a lot.
I think Algorand is on Coinbase.
Oh, it is? Is it on Coinbase Pro, I'm assuming, then?
No, I think it's on the main one. If I'm not mistaken. Let me check real quick. It's definitely on Coinbase. Yeah, it's on the main Coinbase.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, so only 3 of them. Yeah.
Makes no sense why HBAR is not on there yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting.
All we see on Twitter nowadays is Coinbase list HBAR, please.
Yeah, everybody retweeting that one post that one day. Just my whole feed was just, hey, Coinbase, list HBAR. And I'm like, is there any other news on this platform?
Coinbase has to at least see this now. It's been going on for too long.
You would think so.
Yeah.
You would hope so.
But no, they're out there.
I mean, I always fall back on that one article from 2018, I think it is, or 2019. Have you guys seen that where they were looking at listing HBAR back then?
Yeah.
It has to be. Yeah, it has to be 2019, I think, because
it was
HBAR
2019.
is fairly new. Yeah. And it still hasn't happened, which is just mind blowing.
Yeah. It's insane.
Are there any other like criminally underrated cryptos with a small market cap that are on your radar, like maybe like Casper or something like that?
Oh, this is maybe like Casper, right? Yeah.
Maybe like Casper. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's casual.
Casper's good. No, Casper's good. A lot of people ask me about Casper, and I'm down with it. It looks good. The chart is kind of scary a little bit.
A little sus. Yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely good. I think I would look at maybe Fuse. Handshake is another very underrated coin at 57 million. Handshake.
Okay.
Fuse Network as well. Those are some of the smaller gems I'd point out. But be careful right now in this market dealing with those type of ones. Yeah.
Yeah, because we could still go a lot lower.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if Bitcoin continues to tumble and the alts don't do anything, it's going to be a bad time.
Yep.
So, talking about obviously going lower, do you think the run that Zilliqa had indicates that alt season is about to arrive?
Or do you think it was a false flag?
That Zilliqa had?
Yeah. Zilliqa had quite a spike in the past.
Yeah. I don't think Zilliqa should be used to indicate anything.
Anything? Sure.
But I mean, didn't they have some kind of metaverse? They had a IRL event going on, I believe. Yeah, so that spike was like, what is that, March 30? Oh, that was huge, though. That was huge. I think it's a false flag, like you said. Yeah. Do you guys hold Zilliqa?
No,
not.
No, it's just something I've heard some people mention. Like some of my friends that are into crypto, they're like, "Oh, Zilliqa's running. We're in on the alt season. Let's go!" And then Bitcoin's doing this. And everything's like falling. So
because it really feels like that. You'll notice alt season starting to happen once these just small cap utility tokens just slowly start to ride and break away from Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There's just going to be just a break that happens, and you're going to notice it, but it's not all. I mean, it could happen all at once, but it's just really undetermined. There's a lot of indicators that can really be thought out and looked at, prove whether or not we're about to run or not.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Where do you think we're going in the next year? Where do you think we'll be at by the end of this year?
By the end of this year,
yeah.
I mean, I'm counting on the Ripple lawsuit going away this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
That might not happen, but I hope it does. We're still like only like in April, right? So we have a long way. But what I want to happen is that to coincide with the Ethereum merge. I think I'm super bullish on Ethereum for this year, and I'm not bullish on Bitcoin. So what you can, if you read between the lines, what I'm saying is I'm thinking there's going to be a flippening happening here.
That's exactly what I was hearing. That was exactly what I was hearing.
And I think that's just on the horizon. But this year, I mean, we're going to see how May is. I basically, if you guys have watched my videos, I did say, now people hate when people say they're right, but I did say that Bitcoin conference was going to make Bitcoin dump. We did dump pretty heavily.
As it has in the past, yeah.
Exactly. Just historical data shows that, right? But then I said the rest of April is going to be very mid. And it has been. So I'm waiting on May. I want to see the first week of May, and then I can really see where we're going to head with this. But right now, I'm pretty bearish right now. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. With the Ripple lawsuit right now, obviously they continue to like extend the deadlines, and some people think that we're going to go all the way into January of next year, and then the lawsuit will be finished. But I really think it could potentially just be a smokescreen right now for like major institutions.
There's no way it isn't. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Because they need to pack their bags.
Yeah.
And a lot of them probably have. I mean, a lot of them probably already have, but I feel as if majority haven't. And they need to get in.
I think the best time for them to pack the bags would have been like right after the announcement of the lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they want more to enter more, and they have to bring it down.
It's really hard to tell.
Or maybe they're waiting for Tether to get rugged and see what that does to the price of everything.
Spicy.
Dropping bombs, yeah.
Yeah.
Just casual. You know. No.
Yeah, I mean, because if you really go back and look at the chart, we almost hit $2. XRP almost hit $2 during the whole lawsuit going on. Mm-hmm. So I mean, even if the lawsuit's still going on, we could still go on a run, breaking all-time highs.
True.
Yeah, the initial all-time high of XRP happened without Coinbase. We don't actually need Coinbase at all.
Wow. I did not know that, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, we can do it. Like, it can actually happen. Without any of this, but I think
it definitely helps.
Like, everyone's psychology is like synced up to just XRP is going to pump when the lawsuit is won, and that's it. So
yeah, and then they announce delays, and then retail sells, and then all the rich institutional investors and George Soros types buy, and that's fun.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, we'll get that regulation.
Yeah, we will.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, once the Ripple lawsuit settles, it's going to open up the door for everything. And it's going to put down the law and put down the hammer on all of these, because there's tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies right now. Like, all of them don't have utility and don't have a real reason to be a coin if you think about it. There's a lot out there that doesn't make sense why it is a coin. And so there needs to be regulations set in stone where you have to be you have to have some sort of utility to be a token, I think. I mean,
potentially,
and you got to be like sufficiently decentralized. I think that is actually what it's going to come down to. And if it doesn't, then why is Ethereum still good? Yeah. Like, if it doesn't come down to that decentralization, because they basically said like, yo, we can't sue Bitcoin and Ether because they're sufficiently decentralized and there's nothing wrong with them and they're not securities. But then I saw Matt Hamilton, who recently left Ripple. I saw him say that when somebody said that that the lawsuit was about decentralization, he said that was nonsense. And I'm like, okay, you're very smart, but why can't you see why can't you see the Tron Foundation becoming the Tron Foundation, right? Like separating this foundation from Tron. And then you have Algorand Foundation, you have HBAR Foundation. Like, you see how they're trying to separate it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's so they can sufficiently decentralize and be good when the result of this case comes, whatever it may be. So you said it might open the doors. It could also close them.
Sure.
I hope it opens all of the doors. But if it does close them, XRP will still probably be good.
Yeah.
Ether will probably still be good, unfortunately, and Bitcoin. Those three will be good, and maybe EOS actually.
Yeah.
Because just with some of these foundations you're talking about, the foundation has to be. I mean, the token has to be able to be ran without the foundation behind it.
Sure.
Because like if the foundation was to close the next day, the token should still be able to be ran and still be able to be traded. And if you're not able to trade that token without the foundation, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
And if Ripple goes away today,
XRP is traded.
Exactly.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. And I think one thing a lot of people fail to realize in the US is that the US's law and legislation and stuff, like it's not a make or break for XRP
Not
and
at
Ripple
all.
in general.
Not at
If
all.
they end up being deemed a security, big whoop. They'll go to Thailand or somewhere.
Yeah.
To maybe, have some more, laws on their side, be more friendly towards them.
I mean, everywhere else in the country deems XRP a currency, basically, besides the United States.
Yeah.
It's the only person that is not deeming it a currency. Or sorry,
The only
not person,
country.
country, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, person too. Jake Layton.
Well,
and Gary.
when you say that, like what they're doing is like they're in a gunfight and they're throwing their gun in the garbage.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
Literally.
what the US is doing. Why are you throwing your gun in the garbage? Like fight. Like use XRP and fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Why are you like throwing innovation? Like the innovation is their gun and they throw it away. What are you like? They're doing it on purpose too. And there's like a shuffling of power going on and they're just letting it happen. But I mean, we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, and it's really funny to see too that like some of the old members of the SEC are part of Ripple's defense team, which just makes me laugh so hard because it's like we know they have all the dirty laundry, like somewhere on a flash drive or something. I'm sure they have dirty laundry on the SEC.
And all I like to think about is her name is on the money.
Rosie, man.
Yeah, man.
That's like the biggest thing. Like anytime I'm talking about XRP to somebody new, I'm just like, you got a dollar bill on you by chance? If they pull it out, I'm just praying that her name's on it.
You got to break out your Bearable Bull voice for it.
Perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I am the Bearable Bull.
What's your deep voice like, Mason? We can debunk this now.
I can't show you.
Oh,
Can't show you, man.
That means the Bearable Bull is doxxed if that's true.
True.
How genius would that be, though, if he had an anonymous account and then he started up on a different account and put his face and nobody knew the connection to further like stay anonymous?
Wow. That's incredible. Who would actually thought?
I'm waiting for the Riddlers to pick up on this and make some beautiful infographics, like all just like connecting the dots between everything. Oh, no. It's so great.
All right, so we're going to take this back to the beginning. So when you were first starting out in crypto, what would you say was one of your worst crypto investments? And how were you able to learn from that investment the most?
My worst was probably some of the coins like Verge, XVG. I was like convinced that anything that was like 0.000 is gonna go to 1.
Some Shiba stuff.
That was
some Shiba stuff, basically.
some Shiba stuff when Shiba didn't exist. Like back in 2017, like I would go to work and like talk with my friend about how these coins are gonna go to $1 and this much is gonna be this much. But I really didn't have any like bad. Some of the money I put in 2017 is still in my bags.
That's amazing.
Like all the XRP, like I didn't sell nothing.
That's great.
Nice.
That is great.
That is fantastic.
It means you're disciplined and you knew the future.
I mean, now I have had some bad stuff, but not in the beginning. It was just hodl. But now I've had some bad, like.
Well, it's because now I can see now because like now there's just more opportunities out there and a lot more going on in the market compared to then.
Yeah.
Yep. And you just want to like back then I didn't know how to ride the trends and everything, and I wasn't moving money around, and it almost would have been better if I had just like took all of my money and just divvied it up into a bunch of strong coins. I was barely doing research. Like I was researching altcoins, but I wasn't researching like the right stuff at all. and I wasn't watching the right people, you know, I wasn't listening to podcasts like this. I wasn't doing anything.
Sure.
I was just clicking on coins and reading about them. But if I just divvied it up and held it and still held it, because now I've been like trading, right? The trading gets crazy because you want to chase this trend.
Yeah.
You want to chase all these trends, and then you're moving money around, you're losing. So hodling, honestly, it's kind of the best.
Yeah. For sure. Dollar cost averaging.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And then stake if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that video that you put out about HBAR staking.
Yeah.
That's big.
Solid.
Yeah, that is HBAR staking. I mean, I got some staked in there. I want to see what's the APY right now. I'm not sure. 49. Okay. Decent.
Decent. Just decent.
Casual 49%. That's
All right. So you're major in the space. You obviously always have people coming up to you asking what to invest in, stuff of that sort. What would be your best cryptocurrency advice to somebody who's brand new to the space?
It would be to not like, don't get in this to get rich, and then you might end up rich. So like, don't focus on the money, really. Just learn about this. Like, one of the best feelings you can ever have in this whole thing is to be heavily invested in a coin and actually know what it does and actually know everything about it. It feels so good.
Yes.
It feels so good.
It makes you feel so much more confident.
Yeah, and it helps through the bear markets too. Like when XRP went from like $1.30 down to what was it, like 40 or 50 cents?
Lower than that.
Yeah, lower than that even. I just held on to it because I'm like, I don't know what y'all are doing, but like, this is the future. So do what you want to do.
Yeah, it's that whole like, know what you hold type of vibe, right?
Yeah.
So I would say know what you hold. Trust basically nobody. Like, actually, I would say like, absorb all perspectives is the most valuable advice. Like, my timeline on my Twitter is filled with Bitcoin maxis and it's filled with XRP maxis, both of them at the same time.
And crypto whale.
True. Yes. Like include people like him into your things.
Exactly.
Like, include these controversial people, because there's like an extreme amount of BS in this thing. There's illusions everywhere. Whenever there's fast money anywhere, there's all these illusions and scams and stuff. So in order to be able to see through it all, you need to like see it all, and then develop this good filter to filter out the BS.
Yeah.
Very, very smart.
It'll help your gut instinct develop as well as time goes on, as you acquire more knowledge.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, shoot. Yeah, that's everything, honestly.
Yeah, if you had $100, what would you invest to? What would you invest into with the way the market is right now? Or would you just like hold off a little bit longer, throw it into something?
See, if you only have $100 to put into this,
yes,
you need to consider making more fiat money.
Yeah.
Sure.
It is like the sad reality of it, because like, even if you could put it into this, but you might even be better like putting it into like a casino, unless you're just trying to like start your bag with that and see an asset fluctuate in value. Like, that's a good lesson. Like, if you only have 100, try as hard as you can. I would almost invest that 100 into like trying to make it more possible for you to make more fiat. So if that 100 gets you by like another 2 weeks of like actually living, and you can buy time, like buy time with that $100. Don't buy crypto. Like, buy time to make more money. Like, try to make more money. But if I had to put $100 into something, I'm going Algorand right now, personally, because that thing it'll easily go back up. Like, you'll hit a 2x on that, and then you have $200. So
Nice.
That's what we're saying. You got to get that you got to start hitting more fiat into there. But I'd go Algorand, yeah, if I had to.
And you got to learn discipline too, because like things are gonna pump, and you're just if you're an if you're a new investor, you're gonna want to keep your money in that because you see it going up so much. But you got to know when to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the good or one of the good profit taking strategies that people use is like half on a double or half on a triple. Like if you double your money, you take half out. So for somebody with $100, if you see it go to 200, take the first 100 out.
Sure.
To like, that'll teach you such basic discipline, and then you can apply that. It'll be hard to apply it to bigger amounts of money, but you can apply that to 1,000. You know.
Yeah. What about 1,000? What would you throw it into?
See, 1,000 now you're getting into like where you can. Because if that 10x's or 5x's, you're dealing with a lot more money there.
Yeah.
So sure. I would stick to with $1,000. I'd stick to 2 to 3 coins. Don't be throwing $100 into 10 coins. Yeah. I just don't think that's a good idea to put $100 into 10 coins. So I would go like 3 coins. And it depends on the person. If they're actually trying to actively make money, or are you trying to just start a crypto portfolio and watch the value fluctuate and hold? Because you can go for like the HODL assets and you can go for like the trading assets. So I'd go 3. I'd go Algorand, XRP, and HBAR.
There you go.
Simple. Just a solid 3. Or you could go 4. You could go 4.
Yeah.
That would make sense too. But do not go 10 coins at $100 each.
And mine would have to be probably XRP, XDC, Quant.
Yeah.
What about you, Corbin?
I think mine would be XRP, Quant, and either WadsPay or Casper. Because think about it this way, it's almost like putting it into certain stocks.
Yeah.
So your Quant would be like your blue chip. That would be like your IBM or like your more established company. You know that's going to do something.
Yeah.
Like it has to.
Yes.
For sure. It's not going through any weird controversies or whatever. It's just doing its thing, and it's partner with the Digital Pound Foundation, all that stuff. Anyway, we go on about that for an hour. And then you have XRP, which is going to be like your mid cap. It's not super crazy yet. So there's still plenty of room to go, and with how they want to expand it, great. And then WadsPay or Casper would be your smaller company that still has tons of room to go and could go anywhere. Could also go to 0. It would be my smallest bag out of the 3, but it's good to have a little bit of exposure in those as well. Sure. Just so that way, in case they do 10x or 20x or whatever, you can throw that into your bigger coins if you wanted to cash out or take some fiat out and improve your life a little bit somehow. Maybe pay off debt, you got a car payment or something, buy a house.
Very smart. I'd consider my small cap would be XTC, because I consider XTC. It's got a lot. I like looking at XTC like Alchemy Pay.
Sure.
Because like once Alchemy Pay was on Coinbase, that thing mooned. Yeah. That thing went from like 5 cents to like 20 in like a day.
Yeah.
And I think that XTC has more utility than Alchemy Pay, but I just consider like if we could see XTC get listed on Coinbase, it takes that initial run, and then from there you take, like you said, like 50% of the bag, and then diversify that back into either the coins you already were investing into or something new.
I definitely like the setup of the one large company, blue chip, and then the mid, and then the smaller one. I think that's a good way to structure a portfolio of $1,000. The WadsPay is so interesting. Like that thing came out of nowhere, dude, and like was flooding they were flooding me like my notifications, and I'm like, what is this thing? And truthfully, I've only looked into it a little bit. But that would be a super good example of like a small cap to include in somebody's portfolio.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to do an episode on that. Our next video is going to be on Casper. So we need to all this, we need to do an episode on WadsPay for sure.
Yeah, for sure. What about 10,000?
So you do like
what were you saying?
So you do like a dedicated episode, like all around one coin then?
Yes, yeah. We've done
that's dope.
all the ISO coins already. And then we are now expanding out into these other altcoins. Like we want to do Watts Pay, Helium. I actually have a Helium miner in my room right now. I think that'd be a great token to go over.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we're as we find more developments about certain coins, we make more parts about them. I mean, we could just do a whole series on XRP and make nothing but those videos for like 8 months. But like, you know, I think people would get bored after a while.
You'll never get bored of XRP.
We won't.
Yeah, but some others might. Sure.
You know,
you have a point.
Yeah.
But what about 10,000, Mason? Because now you're sitting on a good chunk of money that not a lot of standard people have to just throw into cryptocurrency.
Yeah, 10,000. I'm going like heavy XRP bag in there. Heavy quant bag because you can actually feel like you have, you know, like when you buy one quant, it's like, or if you had $250 to spend on quant, it's like, okay, I have 1.3 of these. Like
right now,
just the psychology.
Right now, it'd be about 2.5.
Yeah, so it just that weird psychology. So with more money, I like the quant with more money. So I'd go XRP quant, HBAR. I would limit it to like 5, 6. You could go to 10 if you really wanted to. You could go 1,000 in each, but I think you're spreading too thin with that. And I would stack like heavy XRP. I'm actually a big fan of Ethereum as an investment too. So maybe stack Ethereum like
maybe cop one.
One, yeah. You see that you have that principle there too with ETH. What we're not talking about here is like risk tolerance and like how risky does the person actually want to be?
Sure.
Yeah.
How like long do they want to hold this?
There's a lot that goes into it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would just stick with like buy the ISO coins. Like maybe remove one of them, like take out Stellar or take out
IOTA
HBAR if you don't like it. So just if there's too many, like you can HBAR is not even connected really to the ISO.
No. It's not even classified as an ISO, I don't believe.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. So but I still rope it in with that whole quant isn't either, but Gilbert Verdian like made an ISO standard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's on his resume.
Yeah.
So maybe take one of those out and replace it with something you like. But 10K, I'm loading up on all ISO bags, man. All ISO bags.
What are your thoughts? Okay, so ISO bags for sure. XRP and HBAR have their NFT ecosystems developing and evolving and paving a way for how NFTs are going to be like developed, just with low transaction cost, low fees, everything all around.
With more innovative blockchains.
What are your thoughts on diversifying those big bags into NFTs? Because I look at it like a double stand. Like if you're able to find these blue chip NFTs in these ecosystems where you're able to like honestly long term make more XRP or HBAR off of the NFT, and then the price of those go up, it's a double win.
That's what people don't think about, man. Is that you can like you're selling this for the asset that you believe so much in. If you believe HBAR or XRP is going to be the future, why wouldn't you own some of the NFTs on that network? And I look at like NFTs as like the real estate of your portfolio because it is illiquid. And then like the cryptos are like the stocks of your portfolio.
Sure.
I don't hold stocks at all.
Neither do I.
Nope.
My crypto, like my stock money is in crypto. But if you had 10K, I would only take like maximum like 2,500 of that. So basically another coin slot. So remove one of your coin slots. If you have 5 slots for coins in a 10 coin portfolio if you have $10,000 in five coins, like remove one of those coins and put that into NFTs, but do not go too hard into them. Especially on the newer networks for NFTs. XRP is old AF, but
very true.
Just
NFT
be very careful with them, man.
Yeah, its NFT ecosystem is still newer.
Very, very new.
Yeah.
You see any blue chips out there yet? You, Ian? XRP,
On XRP
or HBAR? I mean, you can go into both if you'd like.
Yeah, it's gotta be X-Punks, man. X-Punks. I met the guys in where did I meet them? In LA.
Yeah, LA. I was about to say. I saw that little video you posted on Twitter.
Yeah, and they're very cool. I think they're about to do a lot of stuff. So the only one I can really say with like full confidence or pretty strong confidence is X-Punks. And then HBAR, like the punks of HBAR, of course, H-Graph punks. I would have to check out what I hold, though. I hold a bunch of different ones. Access is good, but they've had a couple. Like, I've been hating on them a little bit.
Hey, they just launched their marketplace.
Like, yeah.
I
mean, but, like, I don't know. So that one, maybe. Yeah, there's a couple different ones. My eyes are like wide open to find these blue chips on those networks because I want them, because I believe in the network behind it so much, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to say, I mean, me and Corbin would probably have to say our big blue chip on XRP right now is the Junkies.
Yeah, dude, Junkies is wild.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, I hold them. I hold some too, man.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a huge ecosystem. We actually did a podcast with them a couple weeks back. They're great guys. We're pretty active in their Discord. Corbin's actually a mod, and they're just always working on development for the game. Like, you hop in the Discord, you're gonna see them in their voice channel just nonstop working, and it's really cool because one of the mods, his name's Modbus. He's actually the father of the creator of one of the creator of the NFTs, and it's cool to always just see him in chat and stuff. And they're just a genuinely great team.
It's like a family-run business.
Basically, it basically is, and
can't knock that.
That's
my biggest blue chip right now in the XRPL.
I'm definitely a fan of Junkies, man. Big shout out to Junkies because they. Yeah, they're doing. I've seen what they're doing too. They're doing some cool stuff, and I do hold some. Yeah,
love to hear it. I'm not too big into HBAR NFTs. That's Mr. Corbin over here.
I mean, yeah, I got a couple on my radar that I'm watching heavily. I don't know if you heard of Cyber Hedera, Mason.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They made a dope
that's right. They made
picture.
Yeah, dude. Dude, Cyber Van Gogh just never misses. Fantastic.
Facts. Yep.
Yeah, he's great. And then, have you ever heard of Vasizi?
Vasizi?
Have you not heard of Vasizi, my man?
Ooh. How do you spell it? Maybe it'll.
That's a good one. VCEEZY.
I have not actually. No.
So that one's major because the creator of it is trying to structure it around kind of like the hype, like around like actual like Yeezy products. You know how people go crazy for like the shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
Or what was the one with the red label? Supreme, or like Supreme kind of thing, but make it for NFTs. And like he's got like a lot of mad connections. It's well, if you want to know more about it, I can hook you up. I got you. It's it's gonna be big.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I just see both of those ecosystems the most growing and have the most potential as of right now with just up and coming NFT marketplaces and just total development when it comes to NFTs. Because to be honest, something has to take ETH down when it comes to NFTs. The gas fees are out of this world, and it's so unnecessary. And like people are getting, I mean, you try to transfer and you try to buy an NFT on ETH, and you might not even have enough money to buy it just because of the gas fees. Sure. Or you might go through the hassle of trying to buy it, but then your transaction gets caught up in the blockchain and you're not able to fully go through with that transaction. And there's just a lot of problems I see.
Yeah, and then the other alternative is Solana, where most of the time you can't do a transaction on it because the network's down.
Something.
Why?
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think,
just Solana's ecosystem.
well, Solana's ecosystem is second to Ethereum in terms of NFTs.
Yes.
Sure.
But the thing with it going down and stuff, I personally, I think it was like a coordinated attack from some group that thought that Solana's reputation was so like untarnished that they had to tarnish it in some way. Because now when you mention Solana, I call Solana the Chris Brown of crypto. Because when you mention Chris Brown, it's like, well, no, you can't like him because he beats women. So we can't like Solana because the network goes down. So they put this like tarnishing on it. But I think it's super strong still. And I think the NFTs are super strong on there. I made a ton of money on Solana NFTs. I hit very massively on one project called Degenerate Ape Academy.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure where they're at now, but I completely exited. That was when Solana was pumping to the moon as well. Right on that time. So, I mean, I'm a fan of Solana, but I don't hold any like Solana as an investment at all.
Sure.
I do have some sitting in my Phantom, but that's just to buy NFTs if something comes up.
Sure.
Nice.
Also, another thing is the OpenSea integration with Solana.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
very
I think
big.
that was
That's
really
major.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. That helps the whole ecosystem grow a lot more than it was initially.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most recent Solana NFT I got into was called The Gimmicks, connected to Mila Kunis, who's Ashton Kutcher's wife, I believe.
Yeah.
And we know Ashton Kutcher's an XRP holder.
Yeah.
If you've seen that Ellen clip.
Yep, I was about to say the Ellen clip's
Yeah.
major.
So I thought that was cool that it was connected to her. And they've actually done pretty good. It was a free mint. We got in for free. I got 3 of them for free.
Nice.
Free Solana mint, right? You can't do a free mint on Ethereum. You got to pay this $30, $40 gas fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're at like $50. So a lot of us made just $150 just for nothing, just for being aware of it. So I'm bullish on Solana NFTs. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Makes sense.
For sure. There's one question that it makes me laugh a lot because Corbin added it. But before we ask that, where do you see the whole crypto space? Actually, I already said this, but where would you see it like 5 years from now?
Okay, so 5 years is 2027 around.
Yeah.
By 2030, it should all be completely done because that's all the Davos agenda and all that is aiming for 2030. But in 5 years, it also should be very close to like
Not fully complete, but yeah, getting there.
Yeah, it is the next sector. Like it is a new sector of the whole financial system. As for like the market cap, I mean, some people literally predict 200 trillion. I'm saying it should be at least like double digits, like 10, 20, 30. Up, it should be up there in 5 years. Like it should.
589.
Yeah, that could very well put XRP at 589 if it got up there. Yeah. So that I see crypto in 5 years taking over the world even more. Like straight up only graph.
I mean, if you, I like to think about it like crypto will be used just like Apple Pay, but instead of using dollar, we're going to be using crypto. And we'll be at like Walmart or Target, potentially just scanning our phones with our XRP or XLM to pay for things. Potentially. I mean, you never know. Speculation is out there for everything.
That can happen with the speed of
both of those.
Some of this, but I think it should just like, I think if Ripple underlies everything, like you would just be transacting in your normal dollars and won't even know it'll be going through Ripple or something like that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it would be like how Swift works in the background without you even knowing about it, but your money gets from point A to point B somehow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is like, how would you price items? Like if you were a business that accepts XRP, or XLM or whatever, and you had to put like tags out on the shelving.
Base it off of USDC.
Well, yeah, in which case it would just be a normal price.
But
Unless
you could use your XRP or XLM to buy it.
True. I could see that. Or you could have those like Best Buy e-ink tags that they have and have like a little list of like how much XRP or Ethereum or however much it would cost for each of these items. Not a bad idea.
If somebody wanted to buy their groceries with ETH, they might have some sort of problem.
They'd be stuck there for 3 days. Their milk would be spoiled, and then it would finally go through because the gwei dropped.
That's funny.
All right, Corbin, you can ask this one.
All right. So, Mason, if you and the Bearable Bull entered into a boxing match, who do you think would win? Or would it just be you punching yourself?
Yeah, because you did expose yourself a little earlier. You said, who knows, I might be Bearable Bull.
Yeah, yeah, that might not work. No, I'm kidding. Maybe not. I see on his Instagram stories, he does get in the gym.
Yeah.
He does get in the gym. But I get in the gym too.
Ooh.
So I think I would win. He does have this intense voice, but how does that translate to like intense fists? Like I have intense fists. He might have to, he can walk in there.
We're calling out the Bearable Bull on this video right now. It's gonna be like a KSI Logan Paul boxing match now. We're gonna set up
That would
someday.
be fantastic.
No, I think I'd win. I'd win. Yeah.
What type of fighting? Is it just gonna be street fight, boxing, jiu-jitsu,
MMA?
I mean, I'd think I'd win every single type, but I would want it to just be boxing, to be honest.
Have you ever seen that photo on his Instagram of him in the shadow that he posted? He kind of just... You saw
was
that
recently,
one?
right?
I think so, yeah. I think it was like within the last couple weeks, but man, that dude looks huge. I can't lie. He looks at least probably... I mean, you're tall. We're both pretty tall. I mean, you're around like 6'3", right? Yeah?
Yep, 6'3".
So, I mean, I feel as if you guys are probably the same, right? Who knows, though? He's a man in disguise.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd win, man. Send this clip to him. Anybody watching, clip this and put it on Twitter. Tag the Alt Kings, tag Bull, and tag me, and I'll retweet it.
Let's make this happen.
Let's make it happen. Absolutely.
All right. So this has been kind of on my mind. You have the Gold Squad. You guys go deep into every aspect of life, crypto, and all of that. You're just trying to grow as a whole. But have you ever considered a Crypto Mason NFT?
I mean, the real OGs of my channel know that I did release just an NFT that marked an era. So basically, if you own the NFT, it was simply a piece of art, and you simply like, it's just an indication that you were there. And there was only like 9 of them, right?
Wow.
But I mean, all of my plans are top secret. I can't really like
Disclose.
Sure.
reveal anything.
Respectfully.
What I will say though is that everybody in like my circle, like the people I came up with on TikTok, like all those people, Coach JV, who else? All of them. Blockchain Boy, all of them they have the same thought right now, and it is that they're going to launch an NFT project, or they're working on that thing, because there is so much money in it for the people who are building. It's very hard to make money for the people who are like just buying NFTs. The real winners are the builders.
Yes.
So I think we all have the same thing on our mind in that circle. But that's all my plans are kind of top secret.
Sure.
All I could say to anybody watching is just like keep up. Like engagement and loyalty will be rewarded. So yeah.
What are your thoughts on like utility for NFTs? Like, what would you see like a very valuable source of utility whenever it comes to just creating an NFT project? Obviously, there's a lot of games out there. There's a lot of different source of utility, but like, what would you see one is like vital? You kind of need it when you're trying to create a project.
Well, I think the only real utility that's like actually powerful right now is the membership aspect of this. In LA, I went to my first like party where I entered the party by showing an NFT.
Yeah.
Do you know how crazy that feels?
That's how it was for me in Miami.
Yeah. So like it's just a club revolution. It's just a club revolution right now.
Yeah.
These are clubs and membership, right? So I think the whole thing is that membership is that main utility. All the rest of it is just like kind of whimsical right now. The membership is the underlying principle of most of them right now.
Sure.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Because you actually, down in Miami, you actually told me personally about that. You said the membership. You said you gave me a lot of gems that stuck.
I give more gems in person. If anybody sees me in person, I give more gems in person and with some drinks in me. There's definitely more gems.
Yeah, your guidance lawyer isn't following you around.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, Mason, is there anything else, you'd like to ask us? Because, we've really just been asking the questions for the most part this time around. But is there anything like you'd like to ask us or just tell your community, our community, anything in general about crypto?
As for you guys, it's like I see the potential, right? I told you in person that I like the name, right? I'm going to continue to support you guys.
Appreciate it.
Watch you guys grow, because you will grow if you continue.
Consistency is key.
Yeah. And as for the community watching you guys, like you guys pick some great people to watch. Like you're watching the right people, right? Back in 2017, 2018, even sometimes now, I'm still not even watching the right people. So that's a key part. But yeah, I think that's all I got.
Thank you once again for all your time, man.
Absolutely, Mason.
It's been a true pleasure. And we'd love to, months from now when this whole entire ecosystem is continuing to be developed, and hopefully by then the Ripple lawsuits out the doors.
XRP will be at 589. We'll all be in flying Lambos.
Hopefully by then we can get you back on again and recap on what we discussed now, but talk about the future then. What's to come.
Thank you for having me on, man.
We appreciate
Definitely
it.
Open to coming back on too.
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Well, with that being said, this has been the Alt Kings podcast, and we will see you next episode. I missed.
Oh, how did I miss two?
Oh, it always happens.
Always.
Thanks, Mason.
My hairs. Got you.